Hey, it's Dean, mostly John the Music Man. Hey, listen, I'm one of them people that believe in all our amendments, including the first one that says freedom of speech, second one, freedom of bear arms. I believe in them all. And I don't think any of them should be taken away from us. So I thought a long time before I decided I wanted to play this song. I didn't know if I wanted to or not. It's a Tim Minchin song. This is probably the one that's going to get me in the most trouble. It'll probably get me blocked the quickest. If it gets blocked, it gets blocked. I still feel that he has the right to say, he's got the right to free speech. He's got the right to sing this song if he wants to. So here we go with a song Tim Minchin, and it's called 10-Foot Cock and a Few Hundred Virgins. And here we go.
It's funny actually. I sometimes, because there's a bit of language in that piece, and I got a letter recently from a woman when I was performing in Perth saying that she didn't see why I had to use such crass language, and I wrote back sort of explaining that language changes. Our whole vernacular is different, and the moral standards change, and that these words are in common usage now. And I cited this, it's a true story. I saw on the front page of the Australian newspaper the word fuck. On the front page of the paper. I mean, things have changed, and all I had to do to get away with it was spell it F asterisk asterisk K. It's really weird that a little star could be enough to soothe our fickle outrage, and anyway, because the F asterisk asterisk K is so commonly used these days, it actually these days means fuck. More than fuck means fuck.
Exactly.
It's almost a counterproductive
They respelled it.
It's like a pedophile wearing brown tinted aviator glasses when he goes to the pool. If anything, it makes him look more like a pedophile. Strangely, and I also pointed this out in my letter, the protection afforded the word fuck by the humble asterisk does not necessarily apply to all words, even seemingly innocuous, perfectly harmless words. Like any word, like take the word finger, for example, perfectly harmless word, but when used in a sentence such as, I want to finger your mum.
Oops.
I'm just saying it could be construed by some censors as deemed offensive. Now, you'd have to say that the offensive word in that sentence is the word finger, used in this case as a verb or a doing word. But you would not get that sentence on the front page of the Australian newspaper by spelling F asterisk asterisk G-E-R. And that's because it's the context in which the word is used that makes it offensive. In which case, you might be better off spelling the sentence, I want to finger your M asterisk M.
Smart man.
I guess the reason I brought that up,
And a smart
I guess
ass.
what I'm saying is, if anyone has been offended so far by anything, if you're the sort of person that finds any of that sort of stuff objectionable, or for that matter, if you're if you're a religious person, might want to pop out for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, we'll leave the room for a minute.
This is a song about anal sex and God.
Oops.
It's called 10-Foot Cock and a Few Hundred Virgins. So you're gonna live in paradise with a 10-foot cock and a few hundred virgins. So you're gonna live in paradise with a 10-foot cock and a few hundred virgins. So you're gonna sacrifice your life for a ride on a UFO. And when the Lord comes down in his shimmering chariot of salvation, you're gonna be the first to know. I got a letter recently.
Oh, in case you hadn't figured it out yet, he's an atheist. I'm going to try to get back to where we just were. But in case you hadn't figured it out yet, yeah, he's definitely an atheist. Come on, where were we?
construed by some censors as by spelling it F asterisk so
Sorry.
far by anything. So it's called 10-foot cock and a few hundred.
There we go.
So you're gonna live in paradise with a 10-foot cock and a few hundred virgins. So you're gonna sacrifice your life for a ride on a UFO. And when the Lord comes down in his shimmering chariot of salvation, you're gonna be the first to know. And so if God was there from the very beginning, he invented men and women, then he also invented wanking, then he said wanking was sinning. So now if I'm feeling randy, I'm not allowed to hand shandy, but having sex with my family, that is just fucking great. It's all there in Ezekiel 8, and just before he opens up his big pearly gate and says that it's a sin to take it up the date, even if it's great, even with your cowboy mate. So you're gonna live in paradise with a 10-foot cock and a few hundred virgins.
And all these quotes he makes about the Bible, he's read the Bible, the Quran, and many others. So he know when he says a quote from the Bible, that's a real quote.
So you're gonna sacrifice your life for a shot at the greener grass. And when the Lord comes down with his shiny rod of judgment, he's gonna kick my heathen ass. So if you cover the bodies of your women, everybody is grinning because black is so slim, and though it's not great for swimming, but it gives you an erection with the increased sexual tension. What with the UV protection, that is second to none. You'll find it all in the Quran, just next to the bit that justifies guns and says that it's a sin to take it up the bum, even if it's fun, even with permission from your mum. So you're gonna live in paradise with a 10-foot cock and a few hundred virgins. So you're gonna sacrifice your life for a shot at eternity. And when the Lord comes down and I haven't done my penance, he's gonna disembowel me. Oh, you say that if I stumbled on a watch, I'd assume it had a watchmaker, that a muffin presupposes a baker, so we must agree sooner or later that this proves there's a creator. So if I put my foot in a stinker, you'd assume the existence of a sphincter. Thus you don't need to be a great thinker to conclude that God's a bum, which negates the words of Genesis 1, which make him out to be so much fun, until Adam succumbed to temptation, and then his only son got nailed to a gum, or the Middle Eastern equivalent, which suggests that God's omniscience is nullified by his ambivalence, unless it turns out that he's impotent, and if God can't get a boner, I guess that explains the plethora of huge erections in his honor, because we all know a steeple's just a subconscious compensatory manifestation of a huge stiff penis, and still he tells us that it's heinous to stick a penis up your anus, even if you're famous, even if you're good at tennis. So you're gonna live in paradise, the devil not gonna be one virgin. So you're gonna sacrifice your life for a ride on a UFO. And when the Lord comes down with his big, stiff, slippery rod of judgment, oh, I'm gonna be the first to go. He's gonna send me down below. He's gonna whip me like a hoe. Do you really think so? I'm gonna be the first to go.
That was Tim Minchin, 10-foot cock and a few hundred virgins. You know, we're living in a time where less than a decade ago, the Pope himself said there is no hell. They wrote it into the Bible just to scare people into not doing things. If they wrote that into the Bible, what else have they written into the Bible that they're not telling us? It's something to think about, you know, and he's definitely done some thinking about it, because, you know, they've taken all these passages from people who have written over the years, you know, back when Jesus was alive, and then they found out some were written 20 years after Jesus had passed away. Not very reliable. You know, so you just wonder what's been added and what hasn't been added and what's true and all that. And this guy's definitely one to think about it. So if you like this song, please hit the like button. If you could share it with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, any way you can, send it to a friend. Don't forget to subscribe. The subscription button's right on the screen, right on the right bottom of your screen. Hit that, and you can subscribe. If you have any comments, which I'm sure there will be a few, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I'll answer you back. If you have any ideas for a song, please let me know. I'm not even sure this is going to make it by the block, so we're about to find out. But if you have any comments, just leave it below, and I'll answer you back same day or the next day. Everybody try to be nice to each other. This world life's too short to be angry at somebody and be arguing. So this is Dean saying, have a nice day.